What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
Welcome to Football Game Plans Talking with TD. I'm your host, Teron Davenport.
Okay, so the Draft Gem series continues. This time we're going to go to Stony Brook, and we're going to bring in wide receiver Adrian Coxson. Let me tell you, folks, I put a couple videos on Twitter of what this guy is capable of doing. If you didn't see it, I will repost it. I'm going to post a highlight reel of him also. This is a baller right here, a Baltimore product, so you got to give him respect. Adrian, what's good with you, man?
What's good, man? Nothing much.
So I just wanted to just get into just your path. I mean, before this year, I honestly did not know of you as a draft prospect, but clearly I'm enamored with what you've put on film. So talk about just going from City High School in Baltimore to Maryland and just your path to Stony Brook.
Oh man, it was a long process. It was a long, stressful process. I had a great career at City College High School. I played quarterback. I played receiver. I ended up having over 20 scholarships at receiver for some big D1A schools. I ended up choosing University of Florida. I got there the summer of 2010, and I ended up having to leave 2 weeks after being at the camp because my dad ended up going blind. So I had to, leave, come back, and I decided to go to Maryland. So I went there for a little bit. I sat out my first year there because I transferred. Then we had a coaching staff change the year when I was able to play. And then after that, I just decided that, it was in my best interest to continue my career somewhere else. We had about 23 players transfer that year when I left. So,
wow.
Things happen. But, I just felt as though it was my best interest to leave. So I ended up going to Stony Brook. I played 3 years there. It was probably an 80% run team. They threw me the ball when we needed big plays. I did what I had to do with the opportunities that I had.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned an 80% run team. I think what did you have? 6 touchdowns, 43 receptions, 6 touchdowns this past year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but even still, when you look at those numbers, and there's a reason why I mentioned 43 receptions and 6 touchdowns. That's, just about every 7 times you touch the ball, you were taking it to the house. So you got to put those numbers in perspective. As far as what you do on the field, talk a little bit about that double move, that how you were able to sell that corner and bring it back to the post. And it was funny, I did a show last night, and I was talking about how you got a little bit extra jiggy with it because you would sell the corner, go to the post, go back to the corner, and then to the post, and the DB didn't know where he was. So talk about just where you got that ability to be able to sell your routes like that and get so wide open and move the DB without even touching him.
Well, that was something that we focused on. That was one of our big play routes. We called it Dino. And it's basically a post, corner post, and the first thing that you want to do is, line a DB up to set them up for the post corner. And, a lot of the corners didn't really press me because, I really didn't feel like they was able to press me. So I go to the post. If he stay outside, I go to the corner. If he jump inside, I go behind him. If he stay outside, I cross his face. And that's all she wrote after that. I just, use my speed and track the ball.
And see, the thing that you didn't mention that I really like that you do is you use your eyes to move them. Because when you sell that that corner, you're looking to that corner, and then you stick your foot in the ground and explode back inside to the post. And that's just a small thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a small thing that a lot of guys don't get.
Yeah, that small thing really makes that route. So if you don't use your eyes and your head to make him think that you're going to the post or to the corner, he's just going to keep backpedaling. So when you use your head and your eyes, that's going to make him open up his hip one way because he has to play the head. If he don't, then he's going to either get beat over top or he's just going to be outlet.
So that's one of the ways that you're able to win outside. Just give people a snapshot of what you bring to the table as a receiver. Because another thing that I like is your yak ability. So just talk about what you are as a receiver. What's the team get if they pick up Adrian Coxson?
They're gonna get a receiver that one loves to block. That's willing to put his hands on the corner, willing to put my hands on the safety. I'll go and block the linebacker. And my big playability with the ball just in my hand, whether it's a 2-yard pass, a 5-yard pass, I mean, I'm liable at any time to, take it for 80. And I can stretch the field. I mean, I'm really good down the field with deep balls. I'm really good getting open as far as post corners, post corner posts, setting the DB up to, make them think that I'm going to go short, but I'm really going long. So, I mean, and I just love to be physical. I'm going to be a very physical receiver. I'd rather than go in, put my head on something. If I get hurt, I get hurt.
When I watch you play, one thing that comes to mind is the hungry receiver. That's something that I see in Anquan Bolden. It's something I saw in Michael Crabtree before his injury. A hungry wide receiver. What's the mindset, when the ball's in the air? What is it that drives you to play the game with the aggression that you do, catching the slant and taking that to the house, and even in blocking?
Yeah, well, I think I became more hungry over the years, once I ended up transferring twice. So that kind of brought me down a little bit. I mean, and I just wanted to prove to people that I still had it, even though I was once at the big school, something happened family-wise. I went to the University of Maryland. My staff ended up, getting taken away. And I didn't want anybody to discredit my ability for playing with a lower talent. So basically every time I got the ball, my goal was to be physical, score, break tackles, just to show people that's watching the game or the media that this kid really belonged at a higher level.
So you had that chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I played with a chip on my shoulder. I was trying to hit people. I I just wanted to play ball, and I wanted to prove that I belong in the league.
Nice. And I like the way you bring up that it was a family thing that made you come back closer to home. Because a lot of times, a lot of people think that I got in trouble. Right, exactly. Go ahead and expand on that.
So a lot of people thought that, I wasn't cut out for Florida, that I wasn't able to play there. It was too big of a stage for me. And when my dad ended up going blind, I had a decision to make, and my decision was to come back and help my dad. So it had nothing to do with my athletic ability as far as me being at Florida.
I think that speaks loads about your character. That speaks a lot about your character and how important family is to you. And I think that family is something, and this is just me kind of guessing, but I think that family is something that's going to drive you to always put in everything you have on the football field. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a 1-year-old son now, and I'm playing for him too.
Oh, there you go. That's what's up. What's your son's name?
His name is Adrian Coxson Jr.
Okay, there you go. AC2, huh?
Yep, that's exactly what I call him.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Now, you mentioned earlier about going against competition, okay? I'm sure you watched the Combine. A lot of people watched the Combine, and they came away from the Combine with a whole lot of great things to say about this guy that jumped. He had a 12-foot broad jump. He went to UConn, and naturally, just like everyone else did, I had to go back and watch some UConn film. And, watching this guy named Byron Jones, I saw them play a school called Stony Brook. And there was a receiver that wore number 1 that had 2 catches for 50 yards. One of them was a sideline catch in which he high-pointed the ball. Talk about your matchup with, and folks, that person that wore number 1 is the guy that you're hearing on the line right now. Adrian, talk a little bit about how that matchup with Byron Jones, how that went, and just your take on that whole run-in with a guy who is getting a whole lot of buzz and now being pushed into the first round by certain pundits.
Going into that game, I actually, not discrediting his skills, but I actually didn't, know who he was. And as far as us watching film during the week, we never really said that, this guy is this NFL guy that's going to be in the league, top 10 pick, third round or whatever. And, I just went into the game just to play ball and And I just wanted every time when we throw the ball on him that I made sure that he knew that I was there. As far as me blocking, I blocked him well that game. He was not. I mean, he wasn't very physical. So my job within myself was to be very physical with him and try to break him down and make it one of the most physical games or the most physical receiver that he would ever play against. I mean, he was a very good corner as far as that deep ball. I mean, I just went up and got it. I mean, I really wasn't worried about who Byron Jones was.
There you go.
As far as from the combine, I mean, he performed very well, and I feel like he's a very good corner, and he had a great year.
There you go. I like that. You pay your respect, but at the same time, you understand
he is a very good corner.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's another guy on the football field, and I like that because it'll help. That mindset, that understanding is going to help when you end up on the football field on Sundays. You could even end up on the field that you played some high school football at, at M&T Bank Stadium. You never know what happens. Talk about your so you measured in the program lists you at 6'1", 210. Is that an accurate weight and height?
Yeah. Well, actually, when I went to the All-Star game recently, I was 6'1", 216. I've been losing weight. I'm 6'1", 210 right now. I'm going into pro day around 205.
Okay.
I'm steady dropping my weight. I'm running well. So I just got to put a form on pro day, and then I think that'll push me up there in the conversation of probably getting drafted.
Now, is your pro day going to be at Stony Brook?
Yeah, April 1st.
Right. Okay. April Fools. How about it? So, what are you looking to do at your pro day? Are you going to do all drills? You're going to run the 40, vertical, bench, everything?
Yep, I'm going to do everything.
Any guess on a range on the 40 time that you're looking to put up? What would be satisfaction to you?
I've been running low, very low 4.4s.
Nice.
And I'm looking to get into the high 4.3 range, and if I can get to the high 4.3 range, then that'll just be the icing on the cake.
Have some teams contacted your agent? You have Mark Lillibridge as your agent, correct?
Yes.
Now, have some teams contacted?
Yeah, they've been contacting him. I know while I was in the All-Star game, I talked to a whole bunch of teams. I had a great week that week in the All-Star game. I did very well. I made my presence known, and all the scouts wanted to talk to me afterwards.
Which All-Star game was this that you're referring to?
It was the Gridiron Showcase.
Okay.
The Gridiron Showcase. It was in Arlington, Texas.
Nice. So you got some pretty good feedback from some of the personnel people that were there?
Yes.
What were some of the things they said they liked about you?
They said I was very physical. I blocked exceptionally. I'm high on blocking, so I was very physical in that All-Star game. And I know a lot of the corners there didn't really want to be physical because it's the All-Star game, but I made sure that they knew that I was there. When we did one-on-ones, I caught every ball, finished every ball, ran to the touchdown after every catch, ran my routes precisely, and they noticed it. So, I think they loved it.
Nice. Well, listen, Adrian, I appreciate you coming on, man. And like I said, I saw your film. I said, I have to get this guy. I had to get you on this show, man. I'm a former receiver myself, so I could appreciate what it is that you did, man. Awesome film. I wish you the best. We definitely need to keep in contact. I would like to get you on at some point after your pro day. Definitely go in and work out. Keep grinding, man. Yeah, for sure, man. So thanks a lot for coming on. Go ahead and tell them where they can find you on Twitter also to make sure they keep up with some of the things that you're doing.
They can find me at Adrian Coxson on Twitter and on Instagram at Adrian Coxson also.
It's that simple, folks. This guy right here is a hidden gem. He's going to play on Sundays. He's going to excel on Sundays. Another one of the prospects that I personally put a stamp on. There you have it. Thanks for talking shop with TD, Adrian. We'll catch up later.
That wraps up this edition of Talking with TD. Be sure to check out all of my interview segments at footballgameplan.com/talkingwithtd. If you have any questions or people you want me to sit down with, hit me up on Twitter at @TDavenport_NFL.